Serge, what are you doing? What a lollygagger. Serge. Serge, are you in there? Are you awake? We're gonna make a YouTube video today. That's... You have absolutely no discretion, do you? You're something. You're a funny guy. You know it? You are a funny guy. What is this, like little curtains for your eyeballs?
Sarge, we're gonna go into the car wash. Are you ready to go into the car wash? I know you hate the car wash. I know. Does it remind you of getting a bath? Yeah, you're funny. You're something, you know what? Alright, now that we're done messing with Sarge. I have another trap and unboxing here we're going to do. Once again, I got this box from Matt Brophy at Epler Fur Trapping Company in Pennsylvania here. So thanks, Matt. He always does a good job getting the order in and shipping the stuff out. I have a coon kit this time. I got some other stuff too, but this is one of his kits that he has at the store. If you look on their website, eplerfur.com, they have kits put together where they put commonly used traps for a particular species of animal. So you've seen in my other video, I got one for fox, and then I got one for mink. Now this one is for raccoon, which is also a very prevalent animal in my area. So I'll go through some of the stuff I got for that. I also ordered another half dozen of these Duke 550s. I really like these. I was originally going to buy a half dozen MB 550s, and he was actually out of stock, and he has not been able to get them back in stock. So I don't know whether there's a production delay on them or what. I don't know if that's possible. But you've seen these in my other video where I rigged them with a chain on the lock. I'll do exactly the same with these. I already have the chain here ready to go for them. So I got another half dozen of these. Like I said, I really like these. They are significantly cheaper than an MB550. I think the cost of these per trap was about $14. I think it was 13 and some change. So with the tax, it's probably still under $15 a trap. An MB550 is closer to $20 a trap. So when I think it was $86 for half dozen, whereas the MBs there was $111 for a half dozen. That was without tax and without shipping. So it can get pretty pricey when you're buying a few dozen of those. But these I really like. I really like these. I'm looking forward to using these. So I got a half dozen of those. Get those out of here. It's a pretty well-made trap. If it performs as well as it looks, we'll be doing just all right. I really like those. Okay, now with the something else I got here. Got some hide tanning formula for tanning some hides that I'm going to keep. That stuff works really good. Use a salt bath with it, and Stu at Coon Creek Outdoors has a real good video using that about tanning your own hides. You treat it in salt first. You flesh it and skin it and flesh it, of course. You soak it in salt for a couple of days, both sides of the hide. Then you submerge it and soak it in a salt solution. Depending on what sort of animal it is how long you leave it in the salt solution. After that, you take it out and then you rub that oil into the hide, and that replaces the oils that are in the hide, and that preserves it and then tans it. Then you have to work it on a rope to get it nice and supple, nice and soft, and then you hang it, let it dry. And then you can just keep working it over as it dries. You keep working the hide to make it nice and supple. That works pretty good. You can also, guys send their hides out to get tan too. You can do that. One more thing I got here. I got another spade here. This time with a D handle on it. This is nice for water because you can use this, you know, for cutting a pocket set. You can use the handle to cut into the bank. Just gives you a little bit more grip on it, a little bit more leverage on it. This is a standard spade handle like the other ones that I got, and you can buy the D-ring separately. But I have this will give me a spare trowel as well. That I have a wide trowel like this, and I have a real skinny trowel for digging dirt holes too. Although this will dig a nice dirt hole for a coyote, you want large eye appeal for that. But yeah, the D handle gives me a little bit more grip, a little bit more torque on it that it can, you know, cut out a pocket. So that's going to work really good for me. Now with the coon kit, oh no, I had one extra thing here that I got as well to try out. I have showed you in my other video, if I have one here. Here I have one. But I've been modifying the water traps. I've been laminating the jaws on it. You can see that there, where I welded the, I know the light in here is terrible, but I welded the laminations on the jaw for my water traps and coon traps. This is a Duke double jaw. So what it does is they punch holes in the top of the jaws. This is a number 1 size. Now for coon, this will hold a coon, especially if you're going to drown a coon, you know, put it on a drowning rig, you can drown them with it. The trap hole is really tight. The 1.5 is nice too for coon. That's the one I would use predominantly. This is a good mink and muskrat trap though too, especially on a drowning rig. But it's a double jaw trap, they call it. You can actually see where they have the recesses cut in the top of the jaw, and then they push the jaw down. So it makes it harder for the animal if they have their foot caught in there. It makes it harder for them to get their mouth in to chew on it. So I'm going to give it a try and see how it works, especially for, you know, for water trapping. To try and prevent foot damage. I'll probably put my Hag's bracket on these two. So this is a number 1. Like I said, it's a double jaw. You can see how it's got that funny looking jaw. All right, now onto the coon kit. In the coon kit, we got 3 1.5 Duke traps. Pretty much a staple trap. This is probably the most common size trap that you would use for trapping anything. Super versatile. It's good for, you can trap fox with it, you can trap coon with it, you can trap mink with it, you can trap muskrat with it. It'll, you know, anything, any fur bearer will hold it. It's a little small for serious coyote trapping, but it will hold a coyote, I would imagine, as long as you're not going to leave it too long. But there's 3 of these in there, so I'll modify those. I'll probably laminate those and we'll do them up and we'll get them rusted and get them treated. So there's 3 1.5s. Got another set of water gloves that came with the kit. So these are the elbow length ones, the rubber gloves. Now I've got 3 of these. These are Duke DPs, of course. These are pull trigger DPs, so it will only it'll only work when the raccoon actually reaches down and pulls up on the trigger. It won't work if he's pushing the trigger down. It won't go off. It also got a tool here. If I have it here, if I can find it. Tool I got before. These springs on these traps can be pretty strong, but I actually have a tool for setting them. So how it works is you go between your trigger there, and then what it does is it reaches over the spring in the bottom, like that. And then you just use it to pull it back and pull your trigger down, and it comes right out. And then you can set your trap just like that, just that easy. So it's not putting a tremendous amount of force on your fingers. Because squeezing these is pretty hard. Their springs are tight. I have never ever lost a coon out of a DP ever. Actually, with these, what I like about them is that they're powder coated. They're already coated. I don't have to paint them. It has the chain, has a double swivel on it, drowning lock on it here, and then it's got a mid swivel on it, and then it's got another swivel on the chain anchor for it. So I've got a couple of different DPs. I have Bridger, I have Duke, a couple of older Dukes. I've got a few of them, but these are really nice. So there's 3 of these in the set. Like I said, they're all powder coated. I don't have to paint them. They're ready to go. They're not going to rust up. So we got the 3 DPs, 3 1.5s, set of gloves, bar of wax, got another bag of trap dye. This is logwood dye. This stuff works really good. It makes the traps nice and dark. Some of it is brown. Some dyes will make it brown, which you would use if you're going to use the traps underwater, like on a creek bed or something like that. Other ones, they would dye. It turns the traps really dark, like a jet black color. But either way, it works pretty good. Also prevents the trap from rusting and gives it a nice coating on it. Now with the baits and lures, we got a quart of fish oil here. Use this for trail and send for coon. I don't usually put fish oil on my bait. If I'm using bait in a DP, like if I'm using dry cat food or something, or some guys use like Mark June's the Coon Crush. It's like crushed corn and meal and stuff that they usually not put fish oil on it. I think the coon likes the smell of the fish oil, but might not necessarily like the taste of the fish oil. But fish oil will also work for mink as well. So yeah, I use this. You can spray it across the trail, or to bring the coon from a trail to your trap if you have the trap off the trail, or if you're using a pocket set, if you spray it around the pocket set, that works really good for that, because what'll happen is especially if you spray it into the mud, the oil washes off, especially with rain, or if it gets splashed from the creek, the oil washes down into the water and it will scent trail for quite a long way. So fish oil works really good. So we got a quart of fish oil. Got some other lures and baits and stuff in here. Oh, we got a packet of right on trap tags. Now we have some Epler Bandit Eliminator Raccoon lure. This smells like anise, almost like licorice, really sweet. Actually smells pretty good. For trapping lure, that's not too common. I think some of the muskrat lures smell pretty good, and the coon lures, which I think would also attract muskrat too, smell really good. What else have we got here? This is Epler Fur Company coon bait. Maybe you can read the label there. So this is intended for pocket set or a DP. You can put it in a DP as well. It's almost like a paste bait. Again, it smells really sweet. It was trying to explain how it's almost like bean paste, like a red bean paste. It has that type of consistency, but it's got a really good smell in it. It says here, place half teaspoonful in bait hole or at a bait station in such a manner that the animal must pass over the trap. But it has a really good smell to it. Sweet smell. It's not like anise though. It's something else. Like I said, it's almost like a sweet bean paste. It says not for human consumption, but I almost tasted it. What else have we got here? Okay, here's another one from Epler Fur. It's DP Coon number 2, and it says use 1 dropper full on a marshmallow or on a cotton ball, and then put the cotton ball into the dog-proof trap, or you put the marshmallow in the dog-proof trap, and then put this on it. This is like a fish oil as well. Has a pretty good smell to it too. but it's like a bait enhancer. So you can use this on a cotton ball, and the cotton ball or sheep's wool even, I guess, too. That's a good item to hold a scent or hold a lure. So instead of using bait, if you have problems with rodents stealing bait out of your DPs, you could use this with a cotton ball, and that will deter, you know, bait thieves like chipmunks or mice stealing the bait out of your DPs. So that might work pretty well. And then we have an old staple here. This is Hawbaker's Raccoon lure. This stuff I've used before. You can see it there. This stuff I have used before. This again smells like licorice. It's got that really sweet anise scent to it. I'm sure it has other oils and attractions and stuff in it as well, but that's what you predominantly smell from it. Another bait that guys use a lot for coon is like grape jelly. So if you have that strong grape jelly odor, that works good for coon. I think they'll like anything sweet. But the fish oil too, like I said, the fish oil is a good attractant for coon, especially if you're trapping them around water. That works really good. But I think that does it for our trapping unboxing here. So now I have some more traps to prep and get ready for season. So I thought I'd show you what came with the kit. It's a pretty comprehensive kit. It gives you some footholds. It gives you some DPs, which I really like using for coon, especially on dry land sets. Like I said, I've never lost a coon in a dog proof. I have had them pull out of footholds, never lost one in a dog proof. So really looking forward to using that stuff. Really looking forward to using those 550s. That I really like that trap. They seem pretty well made. They seem pretty sturdy. Like I said, time in the field is going to tell, see how they work. But we'll get to it. I'll get to modifying these traps and then get them all set up and ready to go, packed away for next season. Got some work to do. All right, see you on the next one.